Hello everyone, and welcome back to the HeRO Whiteboard. I'm Will King, and today's topic is the HeRO randomized control trial. Now, this was the largest randomized control trial ever conducted among premature babies, and it took place at 9 hospitals throughout the U.S. where 3,003 very low birth weight patients were randomized to either receive standard of care or standard of care plus HeRO monitoring. Now, it was a pragmatic study design, meaning that we did not mandate that clinicians had to draw a blood culture at a score of 2.7 or start antibiotics at a score of 3.2. Rather, we simply turned on HeRO monitoring for half the patients and then tracked outcomes. Primarily, the number of days alive and without ventilation, but we also examined mortality, length of stay, and antibiotic usage. Now, turning toward demographics, we can see that we did a nice job randomizing. There were no differences in any of the demographics for the patients in either arm of the study. However, as we turn toward outcomes, we can see that there was a strong trend toward an improved primary outcome of the number of days alive and without mechanical ventilation, but it was not quite statistically significant at a p-value of 0.08. However, when we looked at all-cause mortality and mortality in the 30 days after infection, we can see that there were statistically significant differences between those two measures. And importantly, when we looked at antibiotic usage overall between the two groups, there was no statistically significant difference between the two groups in antibiotic usage. We also looked at length of stay after adjusting for the improvement in mortality. So when we look at the number of patients discharged alive and prior to day 120, and we looked at PMA at discharge for those survivors that had a positive blood culture, we can see that there were statistically significant improvements in both of those measures for the HeRO monitored group. Looking at it graphically, we can see here the trend for all patients in the randomized control trial tracked over 120 days, looking at all-cause mortality. And here we can see for those patients that had a positive blood culture, tracking mortality over the next 30 days, that it's quite clear which group we would want our patients to be in. Finally, looking here at PMA at discharge, for survivors with positive blood cultures, again, we can see that there's an improvement in PMA at discharge. So to summarize, this was the largest randomized control trial ever conducted among premature babies, where there was a 20% improvement in all-cause mortality and a 40% reduction in mortality after infection, where the number needed to treat was 16 infected babies to save 1 life. There was also reduced length of stay after adjusting for survival. As always, references are available on our website at www.heroscore.com/HeRO-publications. Thanks for watching this series on HeRO monitoring. Make sure to like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss future content as it's released. And we want to hear back from you. Please leave comments below or send me feedback directly by email to wking@heroscore.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time at the HeRO Whiteboard.